Hi everyone, this is Cathelijne from AngelLightheart.nl and AngelLightheart.com, and I'm telling you about the Angel Vision Board today on the 31st of December 2011, right before we're heading into the beautiful year 2012. But of course you can make an Angel Vision Board anytime you want to, but I always find it especially helpful to do so at the beginning of the year, to focus your intentions for the year ahead. Now, many people are well familiar with vision boards, especially those of you who have worked with the law of attraction and who have worked with The Secret. Now, when you're wondering what you're hearing, I've got a cat in the background who's obviously agreeing to all that I'm saying. Now, many people say, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't my vision board work? Well, there are so many reasons why this is quite intricate. First of all, the law of attraction isn't the only spiritual law on earth. There are many laws like the law of polarity or the law of karma. And all these laws work together. And of course we need to keep this vision strongly in our mind. And what's even more important is that we need to make sure that we make this angel vision board with all on it that we wish to manifest from the heart and soul and not from ego. Often when we sit down to consider what we want, we may start to think of all these things from the ego that we want, like material things or a car or a house. But we need to delve deeper from that and say to ourselves, what would it bring us? Why do we want to manifest this? And then you come to core values, like more love, more unity, more consciousness, things like that. And in the end, it's more important to create from the soul, as that is more in line with what all the other laws would want you to work with. So that's what this Angel Vision Board is about, and there's a little instruction on how to go about it. When I used to make vision boards, I did it every end of the year or beginning of the year around New Year's Eve. I would just take a magazine and start flipping through it and cut out whatever spoke to me. And although it has manifested some of these things, some better than others, when you go through magazines, it's quite easy to get more of an ego impulse than a soul impulse. For instance, if you want to be healthy, that's very fine, and there are beautiful pictures to go with that. But all the people in the magazines are photoshopped. So if you start to get sucked into that image of how it should look like, then you will probably be directed more towards ego intentions. So it's a fine line to walk, but it's very inspiring to make sure that before you create this vision board, you find yourself in the right vibration. And when you find yourself in the right vibration, before you start the creative process of painting or cutting out words and pictures and sticking them on a big board, when you do that from the right state of consciousness, the right state of mind and the right energy, it will give you a whole new way of working and a whole new way of attraction. So let us start. So before you get ready to make your board, it's important that you do this in a place, in a room where you feel completely at ease, where it's not too cluttered. You may already have things ready like glue and magazines and a beautiful big piece of carton board or paper, and maybe you've got a little altar or a place where you meditate. And then before you start working on your board, simply be still. Be present with the moment. Welcome everything that is there and breathe. Just be conscious of the in and the out breath, and do this for a while. And then make sure that you ground yourself. We are spiritual beings in a human body, which means we are a conduit between the spiritual and the physical. much like trees are, who have their roots in the earth but reach with their branches towards the heavens. So much like a tree, visualize yourself growing roots deep, 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 deep into the core of the earth, and make sure that you are grounded and that you are centered within your body and within your being. And then bring your focus, your attention to your beautiful heart. Feel your heart area and breathe through it. You may want to breathe qualities in and breathe things you no longer need out. Or you can breathe in light and breathe out love. And you will see that if you breathe through your heart, there is a sense of expansion in your chest, maybe tingling or warmth. And that is your sign that you are starting to bring your consciousness down into your heart. And when your consciousness is fully arrived in your heart, you can then open up to Spirit and the angels in whatever way is best for you. Maybe you have your own way. If you do not have your own way, then while you're grounded and you are in your heart center, you could imagine sending up light to your higher self, or sending up light to your angels like a little column, much like this picture. And then you imagine the light being sent back to you, multiplied. And you then can open up and you can ask your higher self or your angels, what is truly needed for my soul's expansion? What is it that's true to my soul path? What is it that I am to manifest and create? And you may get words, or whether these are out loud mostly. I usually receive thoughts, and these thoughts are like higher thoughts than my own, a knowingness. But other people, and sometimes I do, receive images of what something might look like, or a certain feeling. Whichever it is, don't dismiss it, and try to be open to what comes in on any of your senses. And if you've got angel cards, you might pick a few cards. That could help as well if you don't get anything in another way. And whichever you feel is right for you, let it just come. You might already flip through one of the magazines that you may have ready to see if something pops out from that. Whatever it is, just have the strong intention that you are open to be guided by the light in this beautiful manifestation process. And then is the time to make your angel vision board. And it's so much fun to do something like that. I've done them in many ways, my vision boards in the past, like having a huge purple cardboard where I would stick all these pictures on, and then I would get out my pastel crayons and draw things on my own, and I would write things down or use text from magazines in all sorts of colors and shapes and formats. But I've also once used a black box. I had this beautiful black shoe box where I put it on the outside, all these things that I wanted to manifest, and on the inside I made it into a little angel sanctuary. So whichever you feel is right, and feel free to use your creativity. We all have creativity, even if we're not good in arts and crafts. We do have creative minds if we are willing to open up to it. And of course, with all the preparations that you have done, the stillness, the grounding, and the opening up to Spirit, you have brought yourself into the right brain consciousness. And that right brain consciousness not only is very intuitive, but it is also very creative. So this will help you create the vision board that really is true to you and to your path. Now when you've finished it, you may want to hang it on a place where you can see it, or you can choose to have this as something that's purely for yourself, something you wish to keep for yourself, and then you can stack it somewhere. I would say very close to where you meditate. If you meditate, and it is important to not just put it away and let it sit there, but to look at it, and to look at it often, again in heart-centeredness, and with a knowingness and a trust that what's on there is what's in you. For we all have divine sparks within us, and when we are aware that we are actually a part of Source or God or whatever you name this, and that God is in you, then you know that all possibilities are in you, and from there you can create. It is very, very important to always create by focusing your attention on what you do want and not resisting what you don't want. Resistance is always bringing in suffering, and what you resist persists. So welcome anything within you, also the things you may no longer want. Welcome it all, let it be present, and from there move closer and closer to what you do want and what is true to your higher being. I wish you much, much happiness and love, and of course a lot of fun with making your own Angel Vision Board. And if you need any help, or if you need any coaching, you can always find me and contact me through angellightheart@hotmail.com. Bright blessings.